Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Thursday, August the 22nd. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free trading room, 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic. And I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. In the email that you're getting, again, you'll still have that promo code for a great 25% off savings, either off the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. That's either our standard or our premium subscription. And as always, if within 30 days, if you take out a subscription today and within 30 days you want to upgrade, say from standard to premium or from a monthly to an annual, you can do so and we will honor the promo code. All right, well, great day in the trading room, I think. We had a lot of interesting trades. I'm going to show you the one trade that I did that was really kind of out of the clear blue, as I call it, because I want to show you how the evening scan performed. It was, quite frankly, was awesome. But I do want to show you this one. This came from just the basic new highs and lows, which really throws out some very good alerts all day long. I mean, if this is all you looked at all day long, you know, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It just has some very simple filters in it. And again, if you want it, you can ask me for it or come into the room. I share everything in the room. You know, I'm just looking for new highs or lows. This is my price range. A current volume of at least 1.5. So it's trading at least 1.5 times normal. 100,000 shares minimum, up or down at least 3%. And oh, that was the other alert. That's right. And this just makes sure that it's a stock. That's a trick, putting the earnings per share in. And make sure, you know, I'll just show you what it actually looks like. Yeah, so you just put the minimum 0.01 and maximum minus 0.01. That'll ensure that it's a stock, not an ETF. And then the count. How many new highs or new lows has it made? And it has to be hit at least 30. So these are momentum stocks. I forgot I had that one in there. That's kind of why it works. I guess it works pretty well. And it's amazing how some of these alerts are just great. So early on, I saw SIG. You know, it's earlier than that. I have to. Well, it's down here somewhere. I have to keep elongating this window, but at any rate, I don't want to waste too much time showing you where, but it was around 1330, okay, and it pulled back. A second here, and it pulled back. You see where it pulled back, and then I got into the trade right there. Now the retail sector was actually alive today. JWN Nordstrom was absolutely ripping. Released earnings after hours yesterday. Kind of held its own in the pre-market, and then, you know, it ripped. And, you know, when you look at Macy's and some of the other, now granted, Target yesterday did very well, but the retailers did very well today. A lot of them did. And so, you know, I look at SIG, which is, you know, they sell diamonds and all. They have earnings in 10 days. I don't know. I didn't see any specific reason for this move. I mean, that's an incredible move. Anyway, got into the stock at 1325, took a little out at 13 in the 1350s, and I sold a couple of pieces on average for around 1380. So just a great percentage trade. But I do want to show you the evening scan next day. You know, I took a few of these also. I took BJ 2538. It was choppy. This is an earnings play, but 2538, and it hit a high. I'm not saying I'm not in it anymore. No, over $1, but it was choppy. It wasn't the easiest one. The PSTG, I didn't take this one. This is another earnings play. We all saw this in the pre-market, but 1567, and it stalled just over 16. And you know, if you look at, I'm waiting on this one. This is why I have a couple of alerts set up there. If you look at the weekly chart, you can see exactly why it's stalling right there. You know, it's just touching into this area. If it can break through this area, and this will be definitely one I watch tomorrow. Though I understand Dell has got some kind of a buyout maybe of them at 15, but it is an earnings play today. But you know what? If I'm going to watch it tomorrow. If it takes out 16, it might start to attack this void area. Get back to the 15-minute chart. The aforementioned JW Nordstrom, 29.59 on the alert, 31.14. Macy's didn't really do too much, got the alert and it just kind of chopped around. I think this one did okay, 22.84. Yeah, 22.84 hits 23.66. This one did great, 30 on the alert. Now, it did pull back. So, you'd be out. Don't get me wrong. You wouldn't be holding on. But, if you got in around that 30 mark before it pulled back, got all the way up to almost 31 before it pulled back, and now it has come back. CC actually is another one that I took. It was a real scalp. I waited on this. 14.26 was the alert. I waited on this. It had a pullback, and then it started to move, and I took it right there. I thought, all right, this is really going to move. You look at the weekly chart or daily chart, you're going to see a big void. But it stopped, and I escaped it. I didn't, I only made a little bit on that, and that's why you have stops. You don't let, especially even if I got stopped out for a little loss, but don't let your ego get in the way and let something like this happen, and don't get out and think, oh yeah, but it's going to come back. Okay, don't allow a little managed loss to turn into a big one. This one was kind of crazy. HTHT. I was actually upset with myself. I liked this one. This was sort of a red bar ignored. Not quite, because the topping tail is just a little bit above the green candle there. But I like that bottoming tail. The sellers tried to knock it down all the way here, and then the buyers closed it there, and then it looked like it was going to continue, and and that's where the alert happened at 33.26, and I waited on it just a little bit, but then look what the SPY was doing right at that time. Then the SPY started doing this. So I thought, you know what, I really, even though it's an earnings play, I really could not commit myself to going long on this. And then I think as I was on my break, or I was doing something, I can't remember. Can't remember why. Anyway, it popped right through my alert, and I thought, shoot, I've missed it. But I didn't really. It came right back down again. But it's another earnings play. And then DKS did really nothing, 36.62. In fact, it had a massive pop and then a drop. This was a crazy one. I would never have taken it up there anyway, just because of all these topping tails and the whippiness that it had. This one was sort of interesting. I was explaining in the room. I don't know what it's doing now. The alert came at 12.66. Now, one of the reasons is that look at the relative volume is 1.58. Okay, my minimum in this alert window is 1.5. So it would have triggered earlier, which would have been wonderful, except it only hit 1.58, probably right around there, and then we get the alert at 12.66 on a new high. It pulled back and then a new high. And it did almost, well, actually not bad. It got up to 13.05. I actually thought it would stall there. If you look at the weekly chart or daily chart, you're going to see a lot of resistance right around 13. But I guess what I'm really trying to say is that the reason we didn't get the alert earlier is that this filter prevented it. The volume was okay. I think my minimum volume is 200,000, so the volume was okay. So, you can, and by the way, all of this is available. I do all this for you. New, channel bar, Barry's Windows. So all these symbols that I load, what I'm going to do, of course, after hours today is I'm going to take, let me just show you again. Here are the symbols for today, and they're all available for you, including, the alert windows, the two alert windows, both up and down, and they're all available for you if you go to Barry's Windows, okay? And you don't have to do anything. I've already input the symbols in. So what happens is at the end of today, I will then make a determination of, are there any symbols here that I want to carry forward to tomorrow? And then again, I look at my evening scan. I'll bring it up here. I look at my evening scan. This is for today. I'm not using it today until 4:30. I'll let some earnings plays come in after hours, and then the same thing. I will look at each one and I'll think, okay, I'll make a determination. Do I want to follow this one tomorrow or this one tomorrow? And my determination, again, is always based on the daily, weekly, monthly chart. Do I think there's still some room for this one to, as an example, FSLY? If you look at FSLY, I think, I'm looking at a 15-minute. My goodness, I mean, that is just really ripped. Kudos to Vicky. Okay, Vicky, there you go, for pointing it out to the room. But, I mean, look at it on the weekly. So it still has a little bit of room left, a little bit, but it's one that I could conceivably, even though this could stall right there, I might still want to watch it tomorrow, see if it pops right through that. But that's basically the exercise that I go through. I'll look at the ones that I have for today, see if I want to carry them through tomorrow after looking at the daily, weekly, monthly charts, and then these are the ones for today. Now, this list is not very long. We're out of earnings season, really. We've got some earnings plays, of course, but not many. During earnings season, this list, I'd have to elongate this window all the way to the top and bottom. It would be full. And it takes me quite a while to go through each symbol to figure out which ones I want to keep or look at the next day. So it's not taking me quite as long, but the bottom line is it's a great list, if I do say so myself. I mean, it's almost all I'm doing right now within Trade Ideas. Is just really looking at the symbols that I've sort of curated for today and just following them all day long. And again, if you want to do that, all you have to do, again, click on New in the toolbar and channel bar, and then Barry's Windows, and you can follow along exactly the same alerts and symbols that I have all day long. All right, when I will get back into the room and close this down and close this down. And if you have any questions for me, this is the email address you can use, and this is a link for our free room. And again, don't forget the big promo, 25% off is there. Back to school. Back in school, all in capital letters and the number 2, but you'll see it there. And I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So I hope to see you there. Have a great evening everybody. Bye-bye.